Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahushua. So we got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Give honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing his truth and believing his truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, shed light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning. If you sisters are listening and learning. Coming to another lesson of true facts, faith, and edification, of data edification, Lord willing, this be edifying. So I title this lesson, the see here is tied to that system, which is through sorceries. Everything that the so-called white man do is sorcery. So this is an article that was sent to me, and this is dealing with Medicaid, right? It says chip eligibility. And it says the Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP, okay? CHIP, CHIP, which is short for Children's Health Insurance Program, is a joint federal and state program that provides health coverage to uninsured children in families with incomes too high to qualify for Medicaid, but too low to afford private coverage. Please see the Children's Annual Enrollment Reports for more information on current and historical enrollments. The upper eligibility levels in separate CHIPs range from as low as 170% of the federal poverty level up to 400% of the FPL and vary by states. CHIP and medical eligibility levels can be viewed on the medical and CHIP eligibility levels page. This is crazy. And all this is conditioning, man. This is conditioning through gradualism. This is witchcraft, man. It says CHIP chip was originally passed into law under the Balanced Budget Act of 1997 and most recently extended through federal fiscal year 2027 under the Helping Ensure Access for Little Ones, Toddlers, and Hope for Youth by Keeping Insurance Delivery Stable Act, Health Kids Act, and the Advancing Chronic Care Extenders and Social Service Acts. So I think this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Now this is conditioning through gradualism, and they calling this CHIP eligibility, man. Children's Health Insurance Program. Now, I just want to get a few precepts on this because these devils is something serious, man. In order to be eligibility, it's a lock. In order to be eligible for CHIP, a child must be under 19 years old, uninsured, determined ineligible for Medicaid, and not covered through a group health plan or credible health insurance, a citizen or meeting immigration requirements, a resident of the state, and eligible within the state's CHIP income range based on family income and other state specified rules and CHIP state plan. This is witchcraft, man. And though I titled it Because this is titled, this chip, and I did a lesson the other week, man. Let me get this. This chip is tied to the so-called white man, the micro C hip. So let me get this real quick. Everything is tied to the C hip, man, through digital. Everything. So let me get this. I was just doing a lesson on this, man. Proverbs 18 and 3. Let's get this. This is Proverbs 18 and 3. It reads, when the wicked cometh, we know the wicked is the so-called white man, okay? Dealing with the elites of them. When you read in Malachi chapter 1, verse 3 and 4, it say Edom is the wicked, the so-called white man. Their biblical name is Edomites. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. Now, when you go to the word ignominy, they give you some words here, but I like to go to it on Google. Let's get it here from let's get it from Blue Letter first. The word ignominy.
Strong's H 7036. Cologne. Cologne.
Now it's a shame, disgrace, dishonor, right? It got confusion, right? Confusion. What's Babylon? The word Babylon, Babal, mean confusion, man. So what comes with the so-called white man is confusion, man. Okay, it's a reproach, shame, disgrace, confusion, dishonor. Now, I like to get it from off Google. As a matter of fact, let me get it from the phone. So this word ignominy is some more words added to this that's not in Google. And there's a reason why these bastards ain't put it on the Blue Letter, man. The reason why, because it show you this, everything is tied to this bastard through his system, through their micro C hub, man. So they're gonna call this the chip eligibility, man. These people is crazy. Ignominy is a shame, humiliation, embarrassment, mortification, disgrace, dishonor, stigma. And I went into the word stigma in the last lesson I did. If you go back and watch the lesson I did the other week, okay, the micro C hip is tied to it, is tied to the so-called white man. It's a stigma, which is in Revelation 13 and 18. That number 666. When you look at that word, it's stigma. Matter of fact, let's just do it. Right here, say stigma. Stigma. A mark of this grace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. Other words, it's a abasement. And then they say you in Daniel 4 and 17 that they are the bases of men. And Job also said in Job 30. Another word say loss of face. Loss of face, stigma, abasement. These are the three words that's tied to ignominy. Now, let's get this. Let's go to Revelation. We keep telling Jake, man. The apostles keep telling Jake, and they gonna turn this website talk about for children, man. Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP. You can't make this up, man. Revelations 13. Get this word. Get the word for the number 666, which is G5516.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi, stigma. Chi, Xi, stigma.
Now, when you go to this number G4742 for the word chi psi stigma, is this stigma.
Strong's G 4742. Stigma. Stigma.
Right? A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. And that's what I'm finna show you how this links. Hey, this medical system, you gonna have that C hip, man. And that's why they say on the C hip, it's gonna be your money, your medical, your whole history, who you are. Everything would be on that C hip, man. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body to ancient Oriental usage. Slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods, right? Stigma, i.e., prick to stick, a mark incised or punch for recognition of ownership, scar of service. So the word stigma is tied to who? Revelation 13. Let's go back and read this. Let's read Revelation 13 in verse 16. It reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. Matter of fact, because listen to this. In verse 14, it reads, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Now, this is for kids to get insurance, right? Well, what's part of the it saying deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles? So when you see he can do heart transplants and blood fusions, right? Blood transfusions and you got Elon Musk right now is playing some amazing doctor or whatever falsifier, because that's what doctor mean, to falsify, which I want to get the word, with healing paraplegics, quadriplegics, those that have dementia, what's the word, Alzheimer's, how we pronounce that word, right? These different type of brain transplants and heart transplants and all this. This is them playing doctor, man. Which is it say, and to see them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. This would be considered miracles, man. This devil's technology going from big computer, right, a big desk computer to a laptop, like I did a lesson the other day, last week on that. Going from that to an Apple Watch to you can put memory on these little SIM cards, right? All the way down to this little grain of rice. You can put your whole history, because when you go to the word grapho in Revelation, it goes to them writing down information not to be forgotten, man. So this how advanced the so-called white man is with his technology. So it'll be considered as miracles, man. And that's why they say up, who is able to make war with the beast? That's what they say in the scripture. Let's read this right quick. It say Revelation 13 in verse 4, it reads, and they worshiped the dragon, the Roman Empire, which gave power unto the beast, right? North America, Babylon the Great is the North America, NATO, EU is the beast. It say they worship the dragon, the Roman Empire, which gave power unto the beast, because their wound was healed in the Romans. The Roman Empire came back as America. America, North America, Babylon the Great is revived Roman Empire. That's why you see, you go to these you go to any downtown area, or you go to Washington, or you go to certain places in different states, and you see these columns on the buildings that come from Rome, man. They come from Greek and Roman. It's called architecture, man. I did a lesson on that but some months ago on the infrastructure of America, how it looked just like Rome, man. Okay, they make you learn growing up. You had to learn Roman numerals in school. For what? Because this is revived Roman Empire. You say, and they worship the dragon, the Roman Empire, which gave power unto the beast. The beast is EU, NATO, and America together as a system. And they worship the beast, this new system. Okay, America pushes its policies. This word dragon, America pushes the same policies as the Greeks and the Romans did. They just perfected it, man. This word dragon, go back to Draco, which is was Athenian lawgiver, man, in the Greek Empire. You can go look him up on Google, man. Okay, and he gave out these harsh laws, man. Oh, I was just looking at was it on Smart News? I think it was Smart News. Somebody got charged with something, and they were saying, man, I was just looking at this, man, this morning, and they were saying how harsh the laws was that they pushed and gave the guy 3 life sentences or something it was, man. I was just looking at it on Smart News. It was crazy because they said it was harsh how the judge sentenced the guy. Well, whatever life sentences they gave this dude. I was looking on Smart News app this morning, and they said the laws was harsh. How they judged them, that's the same thing that happened when you go to Google and look up this Athenian lawgiver Draco. They were talking about they thought he was going to be this good legislator, this good politician, and he pushed some hard, they say rigorous, harsh laws during that time, man. And they elected him in office, and they found he was the wrong man for the position because of how he pushed his hard laws, man. That's crazy. I was just reading this morning on Smart News. Somebody got charged. They got sentenced with some life sentences, and the people said that they charged him or gave him some harsh. They gave him a harsh sentence. That's what it said. So again, it say, and they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast. This system, man. Everybody worship the system of the so-called white man because his medicine. Look how far we came. Look how far we have advanced through the years. And they worship the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" So this is what people saying. Who can do better than North America, Babylon the Great, advanced in heart surgery and brain surgery and blood transfusions? And look at how we came from these big computers to now you got a computer in your pocket, right? Your phone, or you can wear it on your hand. This is that these devils deceiving 2/3 of our people, man. So it's a verse. Let's go back down. Verse 14. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Everything that the so-called white man is so advanced in through technology, it seems like it's miracles, man. But this is the Lord deceiving 2/3 of our people on the left hand, man. We don't care about the heathens. Their job is to be deceived and be destroyed. 2/3 is being deceived by these so-called miracles, man, through this devil's technology. It's saying deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they shall make an image to the beast. This image is the system, man. It's the same Roman Empire system, which had the womb by a sword and did live. Listen, when you go to, it said make an image of the beast, which is his system. When you go to Maccabees, let me read this real quick. This same Congress, this same Senate, setting up a president. It's all from the Roman Empire. Now this is let me see here. This is First Maccabees 8 in verse 15. It reads, "Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they may be well ordered." And it's a senate here in America, yes it is. And it's a Congress here in America, yes it is. Verse 16, and that they committed their government to one man every year, which would be a president, who ruled over who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. This is the same thing now. In the Roman Empire, they set a man up to rule 1 year at a time, a president. What America is every 4 years or 8 years. It's the same Roman Empire, man. It's the same people. And he had power to give life unto the and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. It say, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, right? Should both speak. Let's get this. In Revelation, is it 13? Let me see. Salaki. I think it's 12. Let's go back. It said it gave life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, right? So right here, let me see, is it 11? So is it 13? Back in Revelation 13, right? Let's see. This is Revelation 13 in verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, which is the beginning rulership of the so-called white man with the Greeks, Alexander the Greek. And his feet were as the feet of a bear, which is that this gonna be this is the end. This is gonna be the bottom of the destruction of them by the bear, which is the Russians. And his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat. See, it said the dragon gave him who? The beast. Okay, talking about this it said, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. See, this beast here is talking about the seven head, 10 horn beast, which is the Edomite system. Okay, it's controlled by the so-called white man. Job 9:24. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, which is the end of their rulership by the Russians, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat. What seat? I just read it to you in First Maccabees 8. The seat come from the Romans, man, and great authority, right? Let me see. Right here. No, hold on. I'm looking for, where is it? Right. Here you go. Verse 11 is what I wanted. And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. See this. So when it said, which is in the same chapter, I just need to slow down. So right here, when they say verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. Right. So right here in 11, it say, and this is how they're speaking through their system, man. And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. These two horns is the Democrats and the Republicans, man. Okay, in the Roman Empire, it was the plebeians and the patricians. One was for the common folk, one was for the upper class. Same thing now. Okay, Republicans for the upper class, and the Democrats allegedly for the common folk, which is all a game, man. It's all a game. So, and what did he do? Verse 16. And he calls them all, both small and great, that he is the elites, the so-called white man, because they control all the resources. So you can talk all the trash you want, but this only applies to one nation of people, man. The Chinese and Japanese don't own the earth, man. The so-called white man does. Okay? The elites control everything, man. They own all the resources. When there is war, they fund both sides of the war, man. So and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, I was just doing this lesson the other day, This article show you that this couple that was used to work for Apple for over 20 years, they creating the phone in the hand, man. They creating the phone in the hand. And that comes from that movie. I played the clip of the movie from Total Recall, the new one with Colin Farrell, man. Now let's get this. In Job, these devils gonna call this Children's Medical Insurance Program. CHIP. These some crafty bastards, boy, I tell you. This is Job 13 and 4, it reads, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. It said they are physicians. A physician is someone that heals you, man. And we talk about this all the time. The medical industry is like a $1 trillion, $1 billion, $1 trillion industry, man. Why would they heal you of your diabetes or your high blood pressure? Then when and where they gonna sell their pills at? Where they gonna sell their blood pressure readers and your sugar readers and all this? Your little stick picking pokes. How they gonna be able to sell that stuff, man? If they don't keep you sick. And they're doing it through the food. Listen, insurance companies, they link to the jobs, they link to everything, man. Okay? The jobs, insurance companies, they link to the doctors, man. Everything is linked one from another, man. Car insurance, house insurance, life insurance. It's all linked together, man. America, Babylon the Great is a business, man. It's a corporation, man. It's a franchise. It's about money, man. Church. It's all a business, man. They just set up these slow bellies to run it. Because the scriptures say He's gonna use our people to deceive our people. Because for the most part, nobody trusts a so-called white man. But you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. Why would they heal you of your tuberculosis, man? Why? They don't make no money off you being healed. That's why I tell you in Sirach 10 and 10, the physician comes to cut off a long disease, which is Yahweh. He's coming to cut off the so-called white man because they are counseling the earth, man. They're a disease, man. This is all about money. Say he's a nigga at his own table, man. And they say he's not satisfied with his own portion. And they control the resources. So you can't put a number on how much the least worth. They got a number on Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. There's a number on them, man. Ain't no number on the Oppenheimers and the Rothschilds, man, and the Rockefellers. You can't go nowhere and find out how much they are really worth. It ain't there, man. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Let's get this. In Second Thessalonians, I'm finna show you these bastards. These bastards is crafted, man. And they using their medicine, which is witchcraft, which I'm going to read. They're sorceries, man. This is Second Thessalonians 2 and 9. It reads, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, the so-called white people, the elites I'm talking about. Okay, these are the physical seeds of Satan on the earth, man. Tell you in Genesis 3 and 15, the Lord said the serpent got a seed line of people, man. That serpent, it's talking about a seed line of people. Ain't talking about no snakes, man. Okay, it's a seed line of people on the earth. It tell you in Ephesians 6. It said it said the darkness of this world, man. The wicked rulers in high places, the dark wickedness of this world, man. Who face on your money, man? This so-called white man. Your manager or your boss at your job, the Edomite man, his face ain't on the money. We talking about those founding fathers, man. Okay? And they was paid, man. They was paid, man. Those weren't even the ones that control the earth, man. But the point is, who faces on the money? The so-called white man. That let you know who's in power. That's why I say, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. What it just said in Revelation 13. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by what? By the means of his miracles. Those are called power, signs, and lying wonders, man. Going back to the line. That's what doctor mean. Doctor mean to falsify. Let's get there real quick. I'm gonna get it here. from the phone. As a matter of fact, hold that. Let's get it here. Let me pull it up real quick. I got it right here. They just show it. These some crafty bastards, man. But the Lord said it was gonna be like that. Right here. Let's play it.
Doctor,
It's a change the content or appearance of a document or picture in order to deceive, falsify. That's what they do, man. Okay? Now they don't give you this right here because this is how crafty these bastards is. See, if you don't search and look, you'll look at the first definition, and you'll roll with that. See, it say that a qualified practitioner of medicine, a physician. No, this is a real physician. Okay? They got quack, leech, medic. Now, when you go back, hold on. This is the real one right here. Change the content or appearance of a document or picture in order to deceive, falsify. It says similar words: falsify, manipulate, massage, rig, alter, change. Here we go. Here go the word forge. Forge. I just read Job 13 and 4. They are all forges of lies. They are all physicians of no value, man. See it? See these words. Listen, these words is tied to the so-called white man. Stigma, forge, doctor, because they ain't no physician. That's why I say they are physicians of no value. Forge, fake, trump up, fudge, pervert, distort. I never looked at the word doctor. I looked it up, but I never went to the similar words. The word forge, man. That's what's in Job 13 and 4. They are forgers of lies. They are all physicians of no value, man. Yeah. Let's go back. These bastards, man. This is what they do. They are forgers of lies, man. So that in the stigma is tied to the so-called white man. Let's go back. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. It reads, even him who's coming is out the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So when you go to the word lying, G5579, pseudos.
Strong's G 5579. Pseudos. Pseudos.
A lie, conscious and intentional falsehood. Okay? In broad sense, whatever is not what it seems to be. A perverse, impious, deceitful precepts, a falsehood, lie, lying. Let's get this. G5574. See? Falsely. Almost same as falsify, man. Falsely, to lie, to speak deliberate falsehoods, to deceive one by a lie, to lie to. It say to utter an untruth or attempt to deceive by falsehood, falsely lie. And that's what they do, man. This is what he do, man. This is let's get this. And that's what the Lord said we gotta watch, man. We gotta be on our watch. We gotta watch for the flock, man. Because the flock don't know what's going on, man. Hey, sheep need shepherds, man. And they tell you in Jeremiah 50, matter of fact, let me read it. In Jeremiah chapter 50, the Lord said, bear with me here, let me get it from the phone. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, In verse 8, it reads, remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he goats before the flocks. The he goat is basically a shepherd, man. The Lord set up shepherds, set up men to keep you informed of what's going on, man. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 20. Going back to this bastard pseudoscience, right? In 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9 for the word lion. It said what? Pseudoscience say for him to lie, man, to deceive, man. It said, O Timothy, 1 Timothy 6 and 20, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, and oppositions of science falsely so called. Right? It's saying oppositions. When you read in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, it say who opposeth. The word oppose means to be opposite of the Lord. And it say who opposeth and exalted himself against all that is called God. So it's saying oppositions of science falsely so called. Let's get this. See? Falsely so called. Pseudos again.
Strong 5581. Pseudonymous. Pseudonymous.
See? Untruly named, falsely so called. Let me look at these. See what this say. Okay, that's going to something else. Let's go back. Click this other one. Just want to see what these say. So this is G5570. What is it? 71. It say erroneous. Let me see what that means. Ooh, deceitful, wicked, false, liar. Let me get this word. That's one of those words I ain't never seen. Let me look this up. Bear with me here. Erroneous. Let me type it in.
Erroneous.
Erroneous. It say wrong, incorrect. They got similar words. Wrong, incorrect, mistaken, inaccurate, inexact, imprecise, invalid, untrue, false. What's this?
Fallacious.
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 Based on mistaken belief. Ooh, it's a wide of the mark. Off target, misleading, man, unfounded, faulty, flawed. That's these bastards, man. That's them, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It's a lying, deceitful, false. Now let's get Isaiah 47. But this is how he worked, man. Witchcraft, man. Sorceries. This is all witchcraft, man. And that's why they tell you in let me get this. Second Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 10. Let's read this. 2 Corinthians 10 and 3. But though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power, Yahweh Shemawashah, to the pulling down of strongholds. See, this is a stronghold to our people, man, because they believe in it. Remember, it said Revelation 13, they said, who is able to make war? They said they wanted after the beast, saying, who is able to make war with the beast, man? See, Christianity and the ways of the so-called white man's living is a stronghold to our people, man, and they can't break from it. The Lord said, detach from this place, man. You got to detach from this place. But if the Lord ain't give you the ice off, if the Lord ain't set somebody in your life, or have somebody come across your path that know the truth, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna die here, man. Okay, you're going to mentally, physically, emotionally, and you're going to carnally stay here. Well, the lesson I did yesterday, man. We are spiritually, mentally, and emotionally separated from this place, man. Well, our family members and friends and old associates, hey, they want to keep ties to the community. Salakia. They want to keep ties to the community, man. And they're going to keep ties to the community until they be destroyed, man. That's why Isaiah said in Isaiah 69, he said, Lord, how long shall they be like this? The Lord said, until America, Babylon the Great, be without inhabitant, man. It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God. See what it said in 1 Timothy 6 and 20? It said oppositions of science falsely so called. Because the so-called white man is against everything of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. If he wasn't against it, it wouldn't be no transformer to Decepticons running around the earth with equal to act rights, man. Okay, wouldn't be no women judges, man. Wouldn't be no women on the Congress or the Senate. Wouldn't be no women's controlling nothing, man. Polices and what they call them, commissioners, man. Wouldn't be no women. It wouldn't be no women working, period. If the so-called white man was with everything that Yahweh Shema Shah pushed, women wouldn't even be working. And you know what else? It wouldn't be no overnight jobs neither, man. It wouldn't be no overnight work. Listen, when the sun went down, you was home with your family, man. From the time the sun up, that's when men went out to the work to the vineyards, man, and worked, man. From sun up to sundown. And women didn't work, man. Their job was in the house, man, taking care of the kids, make sure clothes washed, making sure the kids on point, training, making sure the daughters is being trained up. So when they get ready to get married off, it wasn't no work at night, man. If this bastard was with everything that Yahweh Shema Shah pushed that's written in the laws, it wouldn't be no night work, man. Okay? It wouldn't be no women out here get to gather abroad and do what they want to do, man. We downtown on Saturday. Why is it women out there with no men? And they men at home on PlayStation smoking weed with some damn headphones on in a damn PlayStation chair, man. This bastard got the whole world off, man. It's a casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach. And these that's coming to the obedience, having in readiness and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. When we came into this truth and we found out, man, the Lord gave us a dietary law. So you start rehearsing that, man. You found out if you were dealing with some chick and she talk about and oh, you dealing with her because her man ain't what he appears to supposed to be to her. So you said, oh man, I can do better than him. That was off, man. Commit adultery, man. This bastard made it legal for, but that's why I tell you in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, the man of sin, the son of perdition. First off, he got leprosy. That's a curse. That's a sin. Secondly, he passed all the law that the Lord say don't do, the so-called white man passed them to keep us going off, man. Because the scripture say he's the accuser of us, man. It tell you in Psalms 50. It said he slanderous his own mother's son, man. That's talking about Esau and Jacob, man. His job is to keep us going off, man. But on the 2/3, but again, the Lord only gave 2/3 over to these bastards, man, to deceive them, man, with their false pseudoscience and his ways of life. Let me get this. Because in Colossians, I bring this out so much, man. And this is important, man. Because Colossians 2 and 8, it reads, be well as any man spoil you through philosophy, right? The world gotta, hey, you gotta cleave. You want to live good. You go to college. You gotta graduate high school. Go to college. Get your bachelor's, a master's or associates, right? Some doctrine of life, right? PhD. These any man spoil you through philosophy, right? His policies, his legislations, his religion, and vain deceit after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world and not after Hamashiach. And this word rudiments, it says the foundations of the so-called white man, the fundamentals, the essentials, the first principles, the ABCs, man. We have been taught white supremacy, man. We have been white supremalized. Okay? Everything is about this bastard's way of life. And Jake have cleaved to it. And because you have, the Lord said, let's get this in Isaiah 36 and 6. And they're gonna take it. They already drunk that Capri Sun, right? They took that Yabawaki. You're gonna take this micro C here too. Isaiah 36 and 6. Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed. This broken reed means this system is broken, man. On Egypt, which is America. That's why the pyramid on back of the dollar. On Egypt, whereon if a man lean means you trust in it, okay? You trust in this system, it's holding you up, right? Your social security, disability, stamps, habitat, housing, HUD, Section 8. You trust, you leaning, this is your support. Okay? The so-called white man made this system to seems as be Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians support, man. Lo, thou trusting in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. And Pharaoh today is the Edomites, the elites. These are the king of America today, man. Okay? You trust in this bastard, his system. And the beautiful thing is, Yahweh Shema Shai is weaning us, is teaching us, that it say in Proverbs in Isaiah 28 and 9, those that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. The Lord is weaning us off America's garbage, man. Okay? We've been sucking the breast of America far too long, apostles say, man. Jake have been, we have been westernized too long, man. But the Lord is winging the hopeful elect off of this system, man. Not to trust these bastards, man. Well, 2/3 ain't gonna stop trusting on them, man. See, the hopeful elect is trusting on Yahweh Shema Shah wholeheartedly. Hey, you know they say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, the hopeful elect, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, men and women, we putting all our eggs in one basket. You know, you go to the grocery store and buy a carton of eggs, all of them in there. That's how we putting our trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay? And when you finish done with them eggs, you throw it in the garbage. That's 2/3 trusting in the so-called white man. A system that's empty. It's broken. It's a broken reed, man. Ain't nothing in the egg carton. It's in the garbage. Well, that's what 2/3 at in the egg carton with the Edomites, man. Right? What's that? Isaiah 13 and 15. Right? They trusting them. They're gonna be destroyed too, man. Proverbs 16 and verse 5. All in that trust in the so-called white man. This system is broken, man. Where you gonna take that sea hill? Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah 47. A couple more precepts and I'll be done. This is madness, man. And these bastards is pushing this system heavy, man. But they're supposed to. The Lord set them up to do this, man. So real quick, this is Isaiah 47. I just want to read these points. Verse 9, it reads, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. It said they shall come upon thee in their perfection. And I love to bring this out because I mentioned the Roman Empire, where you got the Greeks, which was the beginning rulership of the so-called white man. You got the Greeks, the Romans, then America came back as the Roman Empire, right? So with the Greeks, that's when they established the sword, right? With Rome, this is when they magnified the sword. They magnified their power. With the American Empire, they perfected the sword, man. Because in America, this is the best the so-called white man has been with the sword, man. So the Greeks, they established the sword. The Romans, they magnified their power, their sword. With America, they perfected their wickedness. They perfected their sword here in the Babylon the Great, man. So it say, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries. Thy sorceries. We're gonna get this word sorceries in Revelation. And for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else. So the wisdom of the so-called white man, the Lord say, if we tell you in 1 Corinthians, that it's not wisdom, man. The Lord called it foolishness. But this is what they think they got, man. It say, verse 12, stand down with thy enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries. And medicines is the main sorcery of the so-called white man. I'm going to read it to you in Revelation. Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, since they found it, so allegedly, because they ain't found nothing, because Gad and Reuben and Issachar was already over here in America, man, in North America. Okay? When you go to Central and South America, the Northern King was already over here on this side of the world, man. You ain't discovered none, you bastard. It said, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. It said, astrologers, stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, man. All enchantments. See, it said, stand down with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. That's all they do in Revelation. Revelations 18 and 23. Now it's talking about when you read Revelation 18, talking about how America's gonna be destroyed, right? It say, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride. Everybody want to get married. Let's get married. Listen, shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth. Because everything is sold here in Babylon the Great, man. These other nations, China, these other nations that made trillions off America, man. But America done made zillions. It said, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. See, every nation was deceived through the sorceries. Let's get this word sorceries. What everybody on right now? Don't worry, I'll wait. Everybody on some kind of damn drug right now. It's some kind of drug the world is on, man. This word sorcery here, it say what?
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakia. Pharmakia.
Pharmakia, man. Sorcery, witchcraft. The use of what? The use or the administering of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, the TV. Tell a lie to your vision. Got the kids watching damn SpongeBob. Him and that nigga Patrick is fruit booties, man. Okay? Patrick and SpongeBob is gay, man. A lot of these subliminal messages be in these movies, in these TV shows and movies, these cartoons. That's called magical arts, man. Sorcery, magical arts. I'm talking about the TV shows. Cody, what is Nick and Nickelodeon and Cody shows. Listen, all of this full of magical arts and subliminal messages, man. Sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. The deception and seductions of idolatry. G50 was 5332. Medication, pharmacy, magic, sorcery, witchcraft. Let's look at this G5332. What did it say? Medication, man. Pharmakia, man. Ooh, let's play this.
Strong's G 5332. Pharmakus. Pharmakus.
And you got some slow belly niggas say, I ain't on drugs, I just smoke weed. Nigga, you on medical chemicals, nigga. You are smoking chemicals, you slow belly niggas. Look, one who prepares or uses magical remedies, sorcery, a sorcerer, a druggist, pharmacist, or poison, i.e., by extension, a magician, sorcerer. Huh? A druggist, a drug, i.e., spell giving portions. And that's just medical marijuana you dumb niggas is on, man. Yeah. Hey, got fentanyl. And these police have been dying left and right down here in Orlando, just touching the fentanyl when they arrest somebody, man. Yeah. Well, who is coming from? The druggists, Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians don't own no gun shops. We don't own no gun warehouses. We don't even know where to get the metal from to make the weapons. We don't own no planes to get the drugs in here. Your boy said that on our Boys in the Hood. How you think the drugs and guns is getting in here? They floating and flying that stuff in here. We don't own no boats. We don't own no planes, man. Okay? Who's putting the drug in the hood? Then get you now you sudden you get arrested. You got guns. And this nigga, Ron DeSantis, this nigga done passed a bill for Jake to walk around with pistols in Florida with no carrying license. It's finna be the wild, wild west down here, as if it ain't already that now. It's finna get really bad down here in Florida, man. Real bad, man. And this nigga running for president. So he ain't even finna be in Florida. Cause I'm sure he gonna win, man. All the things he pushing down here in Florida, he passed a bill some months ago. I forgot what it's called. He passed a bill that the white people today in Florida, don't feel bad that their ancestors put us in slavery, man. I forgot the name of the bill. But he passed a bill that the white people, that the Edomites, the so-called white people, don't feel bad about the slavery that their ancestors put us in, man. He said to put them at some kind of ease, not to feel bad. Well, the scripture said what? That they were going to seek to please us, man. That's in the scriptures. They're going to seek to please the poor, man. Hey, that's why the Lord got them making these movies. We ain't going to forget, man. So, here's some points I want to make on this, man. Let me pull this clip back up. Pull this article back up real quick. These devils, through their formal kill, they are druggists, man. Okay? All they do is mix up dope, man. Jake running around here. I don't do no drugs. I just smoke marijuana. Nigga, you on dope, you dumb nigga. See it? CHIP eligibility. CHIP, Children's Health Insurance Program. CHIP. Man, this is called conditioning gradualism, man. Can't make this up. Hey, so Lord was edifying. Hey, Shalom to all the Ackman. I welcome to come aboard, tuning in. Yahweh Shema Shah Barakatham. Hey, Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders over all of Israel, right, accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Ackman pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, shedding light to the hopeful elect. And shalom to the outwalk who are listening, learning. If you sisters who are listening, learning. Hey, Lord was edifying. The water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Wah, bah, bah, bah.